Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel All in One. In this video, we are going to study the notes and question and answers of class 10 English lesson 6, that is the eyes are not here. If you want the notes of other lesson or other subject, you can check my playlist of my channel. You can easily get from there. Comprehension questions. A. Answer briefly the following questions. First one, the narrator guessed that the couple who saw the girl off at Rohana were probably her parents because option A, they were middle aged, B, they seemed very anxious, C, they accompanied the girl to the railway station, D, they gave detailed instructions about the care she had to take. So the answer is option D. They gave detailed instructions about the care she had to take. Second question. Why did the narrator feel that he would never be able to discover something about the girl's looks? Answer. The narrator was blind at the time and his eyes were sensitive to darkness and light. As he could not see the girl's appearance, narrator felt that he would never be able to discover about the girl's looks. Third one. The narrator was born completely blind. Say true or false. So the answer is false. Fourth one. What did the narrator infer when the girl was startled by his voice? Answer. The narrator inferred that as he was sitting in a corner and it was dark, the girl failed to see him. He also felt that, like all people with good eyesight, even she had failed to see what was right in front of her. Fifth one, the girl told the narrator that her aunt was meeting her at Saharanpur. She said this probably because option A, she wanted to introduce her aunt to the narrator. Option B, she wanted to convey a message that he could not take advantage of her thinking that she was alone. Option C, it was a casual remark. So the answer is option B. She wanted to convey a message that he could not take advantage of her thinking that she was alone. Sixth question. How could the narrator, being blind, describe Mussoorie? Answer. The narrator was not born blind. Probably he might had seen Mussoorie when he had eyesight. The narrator also tells that the best time to visit Mussoorie was October and the hills covered with wild dahlias. This narrator could describe Mussoorie. Seventh question. With what intention did the narrator remark that the girl had an interesting face? Answer. The narrator did not want it to reveal his blindness. So to impress the girl and let her think that he was not blind. He remarks that she had an interesting face. Eighth question. Hiding his blindness was a dash for the narrator. Challenge, game, child's play. Choose the correct answer. So the answer is game. Ninth question. The new fellow traveler had made out that the girl was blind. Say true or false. Answer true. Tenth question. The story ends with a revelation. What is the revelation? Answer. The revelation is that the girl had a beautiful eyes, but they were of no use to her, as she was completely blind. 11th question. The narrator and the girl reveal something about themselves through their words and actions. The adjectives listed in the box below describe the narrator and the girl. Put each word either under the narrator or the girl. Note, some qualities may be common to both: clever, smart, humorous, suspicious, sentimental, curious, emotional, romantic, careful, intuitive, pretentious, confident, guilty, inquisitive. The narrator: romantic, clever, smart, guilty, curious, humorous, suspicious, pretentious, inquisitive. The girl: sentimental, emotional, careful, intuitive, confident. Next B. Close study. Read the following extracts carefully, discuss in pairs, and then write the answers to the questions given below them. First one. You may break, you may shatter the vase if you will, but the scent of the roses will linger there still. A. What is the figure of speech used in the passage above? Answer: metaphor. B. What is the vase compared to? Answer: a person. C. What does the shattering of the vase refer to? Answer: a person's going away. D. What does the scent of the roses refer to? Answer: answer, lingering memories. Second one. Once again, I had a game to play with a new fellow traveler. A. What kind of game does the speaker play with his fellow travelers? Answer: the narrator plays the game through which he tries to fool other person by questioning them to know if they have guessed that he was blind. What do you understand from this about his attitude? Answer: the narrator tries to hide his blindness as he did not want other people to show sympathy. He also thinks that normal sighted people are overconfident about their powers of observation. See who had outwitted whom in the game already played by the narrator? Answer: the girl had outwitted the narrator. Third one, paragraph writing. Discuss in pairs or groups of four each and answer the following questions individually. Note down the important points and then develop the points into one paragraph answers. First question. Give instances to show that the narrator tried his best to impress on her that he could see during his encounter with the girl. Answer. The narrator starts the conversation with the girl as the train starts. As the girl did not notice the narrator sitting in the compartment and said to the narrator, so he says that even he did not see her but heard her. Then he continues to give description of Mussoorie. In October, he sits in front of the window and pretends to see outside the window and makes general comments about the trees and scenes. At last, he also remarks a comment that the girl had a interesting face. Second one, we think we could outwit anyone, but sometimes we may be outwitted by others. Substantiate this with reference to the story. Answer. The narrator plays the game of pretending to be a normal person. He asks them clever questions so that he be assured that they have not guessed that he was blind. When the young girl enters the carriage, he assumes she is normal sighted and tries to impress her. In the process, he fails to notice that the girl is also blind. He learns it only after she gets down at Rohana from the other fellow traveler who entered the compartment after she got down. Thus, the narrator is himself outwitted by the girl. Third question. The story ends with the new fellow traveler telling the narrator that the girl was completely blind. What do you think would be the feelings and thoughts of the narrator after knowing the truth? Answer. It was the time for the girl to bid goodbye as the train arrived at her destination. As the girl got down, another man entered the compartment and apologized as a matter of fact for not being as attractive as a traveling companion as his predecessor. When the narrator asked him about the girl hair, he replied with interest that he had not noticed her hair but only her eyes, which were beautiful but of no use to her as she was completely blind. This surprising remark would have shocked the narrator and make him feel ashamed of himself, and also would have felt outwitted but sad. So, this is all about your lesson number 6. The eyes are not here. As I told you, if you want more lessons, check the playlist of my channel. Thank you.